So it's been a couple years. I thought I'd do an update on the Jeep. Changed a few things. Most of it's pretty much the exact same setup I had a couple years ago. Big thing, I swapped out the vehicle. This is a slightly just newer model Jeep. Same thing, it's a Jeep Grand Cherokee. I like it, I don't want to change it. I just wanted a slightly newer one with some better features. Second biggest thing is I finally caved and bought a roof rack. I did that shortly after 2 years ago. It just became necessary. I was up in Washington and caved. But anyway, yeah, we'll show you the inside. Okay, so here's the front passenger side. Not a lot of fanciness going on here. I just keep my water up here. Right now I'm not in travel mode. Normally I would have about 10 gallons of water on the floor up here. Keep a water bottle, Grail, hand sanitizer, stuff like that. Nothing fancy at all, just super simple. I'll go ahead and fold the seat down so it's easier to look at some of the stuff in the back. Okay, so here's the back. Nothing fancy again. I just have the one rear seat that I left open. The bed's only on, you know, the further half of the vehicle. But it's really nice because I can sit in this area. I can kick my feet up on the little chair there and just kind of relax, especially if it's like a rainy day or anything like that. I can sit somewhere and not get like soaked or anything. The other really nice thing is, I don't know if this will show up very well or not. So I just have this really cheap curtain rod, just a metal curtain rod that goes across here, and it's just attached with some picture hanger things, if that'll focus. So it's not damaging the vehicle at all. And then obviously on here, so I just have this fan that like rotates in any direction that you want. And it's freaking awesome for just at night especially, or just sitting here because you can just turn it on. And it's battery powered, so it runs all night. But it's really nice just to get like a breeze or something going. The other stuff up here is just my front compartment access. So that's just all my like solar panels and stuff for my batteries. And some, I don't know, sweaters and gear and stuff like that. And here is the back of the vehicle, all the fun stuff. I just got food and then like clothing and stuff up in that middle area, hygiene kits, stuff like that. The bed setup is the exact same I had before. It's just like a little 3-inch camping mattress. I think it's 30 inches wide. So for me, that helps because it fits perfectly in the 60 section of the fold down. But yeah, nothing changed there at all. The only thing I didn't show last time, I think, I did make cutouts out of Reflectex for all the windows. So they're just really, you know, thin bubble wrap with the aluminum foil on it. But this way every window I can put the Reflectex in there and it keeps out the light. Gives a little bit of privacy, especially like if you stop at like a rest area or anything like that, or just, I don't know, maybe you're camping somewhere and you just don't want the light in the morning. They help out a lot. So I just hide them under the sleeping bag during the day, and they tend to stay in place pretty well. The other new thing that I didn't have last time is this little table. So that just kind of folds up, and this is what I use as my cooktop. So it's got a little backpacking stove, and I'll just bring that out and stick it up here. Do all my cooking and stuff. If it's raining, it's kind of nice because I do have the tailgate there that it gives somewhat protection from the rain. Or if it's super, super windy, I will end up actually, like, I can cook inside. I'll just use the passenger seat up front that folds pretty flat, and I'll use it as a table, but I don't like doing that. I don't like cooking inside the Jeep if I can avoid it. Some other stuff. I had this before. I don't know if I showed it or not, but I just keep a little Jackery for power and stuff. This is what all those solar panels that I have are for, to power this. And then I also have a little USB cord back here that I can plug in, and then it feeds up all the way up around that little curtain rod there, so I can charge the fan if I need to, or I hang my phone on the curtain rod too, and I just sit there and I'll watch like videos or something on my phone while sitting in my little recliner here, and I can charge everything up at the same time, which is nice. And then I don't know if this shows up very well or not, but I also just keep a small amount of gear here. So I got a tiny little saw, just a day bag, a jacket, some metal water bottles, TP, there's like a shovel and stuff in here, which also it's really nice, not for just travel camping, but just even everyday use. It's cool to have stuff like that just there in case you need it. Okay, so the last little bit of this is the driver's side in the back here. I'll just keep a couple small things. I can keep some toolkits here, also like under the bed, like in the spare tire area, which is way in the back. I do keep other tools and stuff just in case you have anything run in the side of the road where you just break down, or I don't know, you need to fix something. It's cool to have at least basic stuff. I also keep some simple recovery gear. So I have this guy, and probably won't be able to see it, but like under the seat I actually keep toe straps and stuff like that, as well as some other stuff. I try to use every little like tiny little hiding area like that, since space is kind of limited. Even between here, the seat, I keep a bunch of atlases. And there's like 5 different road atlases in there for out west, but I don't need them day to day, so yeah, I just cram them in there so they're out of the way. For lighting, I just have this little lantern that I bought many years ago. You know, bright and dim. Works pretty well. So one other thing I just want to mention is the bed. It's not quite long enough for me. I think it's only 74, maybe 75 inches long. I'm 6'2", so that's like exactly the length of the bed. So what I have to do in order to sleep on the bed is I keep my head in the back, and then I put my feet all the way up there, and I'll take the driver's seat and I'll actually just scoot it up at night. This way my feet just kind of dangle off the end. Obviously if you're shorter you wouldn't have that problem, but for us taller folks, you know, cars just aren't really made for sleeping in, so you gotta make adjustments. And what's really nice about it is when I'm not in travel mode, the whole thing I can just take out. Like nothing is permanently attached. I don't want anything permanently attached. I want to be able to trade the vehicle back in at some point if I decide to do that. And if you put bolt holes or screw holes all over the place, you know, you're just not going to get as much money for that kind of stuff. This is actually 2 different sections. It's split down the middle, so it splits right up here. And I'm just using I don't know what they're called, furniture clips. It's the same thing if you have a sectional couch that kind of hooks the couch together. I just have those in there, so it locks the 2 pieces in place and they can't really shift around. And obviously since it's so long compared to the vehicle length, it doesn't slide at all. I mean, the back is right up against the tailgate. The front is all the way up against the driver's seat, so it doesn't shift around or anything like that. It just locks in place from friction essentially. But yeah, I think that about covers it. Hope you enjoy it.